When we drove in the gates and we saw the way the housing set in the land, the overall appeal of the community, how well kept the common grounds were.
And I was just awestruck with how pretty all the houses were. They all look different. There's no two houses that look the same.
There are no houses that really front on the main roads. The developer had done a really good thing and decided to have the houses front on the side streets. And so the main road is just a very nice bucolic kind of a drive through the community.
Driving through the area, you can see that homes are maintained, and that always gives you pride.
When we first came to look at houses, we thought the community was just so beautiful and lush and green.
When you talk about a community, you're really looking for balance. And I think this community has an excellent balance of development in terms of housing and relaxed and laid back scenic and areas for recreation.
My children and my grandchildren love it here. When they come down to visit, my children will go out running, and my son-in-law said, "Isn't this beautiful?" And my grandson said, "Dad, everything's beautiful in Ford's Colony."
Just families being outside and enjoying themselves, and it's sort of infectious, and you feel like this is the community you really want to be a part of.
Exactly.
and live in.
When you first move here, you can join a group called Newcomers. Through Newcomers, you find out about all of the facilities. And through that, we immediately became part of the community. People reach out to you and just make you feel so welcome.
It really is possible to go to Williamsburg in the morning, get in the car and go to Busch Gardens, and then coming back and going to the community pool and doing it all in one day. It's like a mini vacation living here.
I find that the community is a lot more tight-knit. People are often reaching out to see if you need help or touching base with you.
You can be as involved as you want to be. There's so many things to join and be active doing. When family and friends do come to visit, they are included in whatever activity that you are participating in. They're part of the larger community and the larger family that we promote here.
Williamsburg is such a wonderfully attractive place to be. Being part of Ford's Colony is an added bonus, more so than we realized when we first moved here.
What I thought retirement was going to be, it turned out to be I'm busier now than I've ever been in my life.
Williamsburg used to be a quiet little town, but it has grown in a delightful way and not grown out of proportion. And the shopping and the dining are both wonderful. There's so much variety.
We wanted the flexibility of neighborhoods. We wanted to be able to purchase a single-family home on a large parcel of land, and then to be able to move on to a smaller lot. So we're calling it aging in place.
The cost to live here is very reasonable. The tax rate is not high, so you can live a really high quality of living with all that's offered here for much less money than you could spend in other parts of the country.
I would say there are several things that distinguish Ford's Colony from others. It was kind of a realtor's delight to be able to say, you know, this is going to be great down the road, because there's such a variety, not only just for us, but it will be for the buyer in years to come.
We weren't really looking for a gated community, but now that we're in one, we really love the idea that when we're traveling, we give our itinerary to Ford's Colony. They come around, they check our yards, they physically get out of the car and walk around. And even though there's never been an incident, we just feel good knowing that that is something that's happening while we're in Paris. We've just landed in a very good place.
We have found our forever home here. It's taken us a long time and a long, long journey. And we've moved from state to state, country to country. But once we found this home, this community, and our neighbors, we feel like we can just take a deep breath and know that we're a wonderful place.
I think one of the things that brings us all together is that we're all passionate about Ford's Colony, and we're all brought together by our love for this community.